We'll also hear the secrets behind each of these unforgettable storylines from the people who brought them to our screens.
We had lots of gorgeous firemen in that me and Julie kept winking at.
These tempestuous lives, it's just such fun.
So it's 3 cheers for a national treasure.
Coronation Street!
And let the final Coronation Street countdown begin. At number 26, Peter Barlow turns bigamist when he says "I do" to both Lucy and Shelley.
It's very exciting when the storylines start to come through and you try to guess where it's going to end up. He slowly got deeper and deeper in. From a chance meeting, he was actually buying flowers to take back to Shelley.
Peter, by the way.
Oh, Lucy.
Yeah, I know. Your name's outside.
It wasn't long before Peter was caught up with florist Lucy, but this was to be no bed of roses.
Any regrets?
No, I don't. It's great. There was one little bit for me that was instrumental in that story.
I do love you, you know.
Yeah.
I love you too.
He's taken his tie off and he looks in the mirror now. I think in the script it said that Peter looks in the mirror and he's kind of pleased with himself that he's gotten away with it. But me and Ian, the director, felt that as soon as he looks in the mirror, he should feel ashamed of himself, a deep shame of what he'd done there to Shelley, and then, as the story went on, also to Lucy.
Lucy Richards, will you marry me?
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Barlow.
Yeah, so no regrets?
Hundreds, but it's too late.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Peter tried to fulfil his responsibilities with her, even though he'd got Shelley.
You may kiss the bride.
Shelley, love, it looks like we're married to the same man.
It was that journey to the point when you wondered what the hell was going to happen to Peter and how he would get his comeuppance. And it was actually delicious when we got there and well worth waiting for.
Well, here he is, the husband.
What's happening?
It's your 2 wives, together at last.
Shell.
So it's true, is it?
Well,
You married to her?
I suppose I am, as it happens. Yeah.
He never meant to hurt anybody. That's the strangest thing. And who got hurt most? Himself.
At 3, how Corrie turned up the heat when escaped jailbird Tony Gordon returned to wreak his revenge on those who had wronged him.
Getting the scripts was real exciting. It sounded like an episode of 24.
I would love to put a bullet right through your brain.
I loved being part of the Siege at Underworld because I never get to do all those things in me wig and me anorak.
The snake cuts.
What do you want? And of course, I was most of the time tied up opposite Julie Hare's.
We learnt to understand each other when we were gagged and we'd translate for each other. So they'd be like, I'd be like, where's the camera on this shot?
Tony!
Hayley!
Haley!
And I think I enjoyed it more than anybody else because I actually got out before it got really hard, before the fire and the smoke.
It's over!
It was quite a shock because all of a sudden there was this real danger in there.
Ali King wanted to do everything. She never, ever wanted a stunt double.
It's you.
Me and Gray were laughing because everybody was walking around in these masks and we were like, oh yeah, safe are you? And we had none, you know.
And I'm feeling very, very close. Very, very claustrophobic, very smoky. I've never wanted to hear a cut so much in my life.
The street has a tradition of strong women. She was definitely one of those.
I'm not having this baby brought up by 2 men, even if one of them does wear a frock.
Mother!
She was vile in every way, but yet universally adored.
It's a funny-looking thermometer, this.
It's rectal, but it's been through the dishwasher.
At number 1, it's an unforgettable story starring the sadly missed Maggie Jones. Yep, with 50 moments to choose from, you've voted Blanche and the Alcoholic Support Group meeting the greatest Coronation Street storyline ever.
I've never heard so much self-indulgent whinging in all my life. Blanche.
She had the privilege of old age where she could say whatever she wanted to.
Well, we don't...
They say that alcohol loosens the tongue. Why, you must have talked 10 to the dozen with drink inside you.
And what Blanche brought to it was the humour through the darkness, really.
Is there some correlation between how boring you are and how much you drink?
What we normally do at this point is let other people in the group reflect on what the speaker's just said.
And what am I doing? Chewing corn for gummy parrots?
Nearly every scene that we did with Maggie, we had to have laughing time. In the rehearsal, there would always be some point where we'd crack up.
You could write a gag for her and you knew that she wouldn't sell it short.
Blanche was never going to let this chance pass to parade the Barlow's dirty washing.
Ken recently had an affair with an actress. She lived on a tugboat.
It was a barge.
Is there any wonder why I drink? And I sort of realised at the time, you know, that Maggie had completely come in and stole the whole thing.
Maybe the way this family works has contributed to his drinking.
Well, it didn't make Tracy hit the bottle.
No, but it made her hit her boyfriend with a blunt instrument.
She'd have gone to the gallows, she'd have gone to the floggings. Oh, yeah.
I've had enough of this. I need a drink. Come on, Mother. We're going.
I must apologise to my family for hijacking the meeting like this.
Brilliant, brilliant. Genius.
She's just sitting in this chair, quite oblivious to the hand grenade that she threw into that room.
The scenes when the Barlow family were at the meeting, in some ways, I think, are quintessentially Coronation Street.
I'm not totally comfortable with this lady being here.
I'm not totally comfortable with your halitosis.
I think it is that combination of drama and comedy, grit and warmth, that actually probably is what makes ultimately Coronation Street the special thing that it is.
It isn't exactly the bar of the Rover's return, is it?
Just as well. This lot will be foaming at the mouth.
Such an embarrassment, but wonderful. Classic Coronation Street humour, classic Blanche, and Maggie Jones was such a brilliant actress. Her timing was always spot on.
Wait till you try bingo. You'll hyperventilate.